Hello everyone, my name is Angie and I'm a senior in the class of 2019. I'm not really someone who talks too much in front of a big crowd, but I'll try my best. I hope you enjoy my senior footprint project. First of all, I'm going to tell you about my little history in KPIS. My first school was a Thai school near my house, however, it was not long until I moved. That was the year KPIS was established, when I was in pre-K2. I still remember being in a combined class with some of the older and younger classes. When we were supposed to be sleeping, all of us would be acting as characters from Gan Gloy and pretend to be sleeping when the teachers came back. The building we're standing in right now was not even constructed, and it was such an excitement to be in a super new, wide building. Fast forward to grade 9, my first year of high school. To be honest, I don't really remember much from this time, as in the details of what events happened. All I remember were fun times with my friends. My childish, carefree mindset carried over from middle school. I wasn't thinking much of the future. I was even scared of it. You guys know the SATs? Yeah, I didn't know what they were until towards the end of grade 10. It wasn't until the summer before grade 10 that I realized things got to change. During this time, I went to a summer camp in Australia with my sister. The town I was in, Albury, wasn't a big town. Many students there owned farms and lived quite far from the school. My exchange students group and the local students lived in the same dormitory together. It was quite difficult fitting in when the program was in the middle of the school year where everything was already stable. Me and my friends chose to talk amongst ourselves more than we talked to the locals. It's not like we don't try to talk to them, it just felt super awkward to join their conversations between close friends, especially when I don't really remember their faces and names. Even within my Thai group of friends, I had a hard time adjusting to them. A lot of the time, they were having conversations about boys, little gossips, fashion, western pop music, and all these other things I don't really have any idea about. Nevertheless, I had fun exploring the differences of the world. Although I kept some distance between me and my friends from the summer camp, our differences made me realize I had to change, even if it's just a little. I began experimenting with different fashions that would make me look at the very least decent. Ever since middle school, I always had the same low ponytail, which was basically the easiest hairstyle in the history of hairstyles. At first, I asked my mom to tie my hair every day, then I gradually do it myself. Some days, my clothes would be so weirdly matched that my parents would ask me to get changed. It wasn't much of an improvement, but I guess it was something different. I also tried to take my studies a little more seriously. It's not that I wasn't concentrating in school before, but there was never really an end goal. I was doing for the sake of just doing it. Well, I don't really know what I want to be at this point still, but I guess being a medical doctor sounds like a cool and interesting pick for now. I challenged myself to AP Psychology in grade 10. Even though I was intimidated by the college-level image APs were portrayed, I was able to get through it with much hard work. One thing I probably regretted was not studying when I had the chance to, but even so, it happens every single year. In AP Biology, AP Language and Composition, and even this year with AP Physics and AP Calculus. I guess you could say you're never going to be prepared. Honestly, the day before and the morning of the exam were possibly the hours that gave me a decent score. The transition from grade 10 to grade 11 proved the most challenging to me. My parents began looking for cram schools that I could go for SAT subjects. From hanging out within my comfort zone, I had to shift to being surrounded by the busyness of the city and the awkwardness of crowds. It was an environment I tried to avoid all these years. I felt horrible and couldn't talk to anyone at first, despite them clearly trying to make friends with me. A lot of the times, I retreated to playing on my phone and refused to talk to the people there. It was not because they were from Thai schools or our differences in interests, rather something more within me. In past years that I went to strange places, there would always be someone who initiated the conversation, or I would have my sister with me to talk to. However, for the first time in so long, I was really by myself. As time passed by, I learned to cope with the awkwardness, but I never had the courage to talk to other people. The extra classes and university preparations continued through grade 11 until the middle of grade 12. The most tiring one was probably reviewing for BMAT with Minnie, in addition to my other two AP classes. We had to cram 150 hours of classes into the space of 2 months. During October break, there were days we had to learn from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. We literally had over 9 hours of continuous studying. It was such a relief when everything was over. Grade 11 was one of those times I often eat in the car and have breaks in my dreams. One habit that carried over through the rest of my high school years was watching YouTube videos as a background to my work. I was really addicted to watching them around this time. My most favorite channels were The King of DIY, The Anime Man, and Angie, while it also expanded to Brian Barzik, Tools Like Violin, Jada Animations, and many more now. Do you guys know any of these channels I mentioned? I would literally spend hours and hours eating away my free time that was not even meant to be free time. This always made me feel bad, but I can't help getting addicted to it. The thought of being in grade 12 used to scare me so much with the expected changes and hard work that comes with it. But now that I'm here, I don't feel afraid anymore. I just have to try my best. I feel really lucky to have my parents support me and help me research about the things I need to know and do. If it wasn't for them, I might not even be able to get the place I got now. It was really frustrating at first, only to imagine how much I would be able to compare to my other competitors from other schools. Getting accepted was something I felt was far out of reach. As it got closer, the pressure and frustration grew. The interviews were extraordinarily nerve-wracking for me, since talking with people isn't my forte. The worst part about medical interviews is that there are multiple stations. Some were talking, some were passage analysis, essays, mind maps, games, and even acting. All those possibilities made me so nervous I couldn't believe I got through it. Despite the interviewers saying that I looked so confident with my answers and all these positive things, the big secret was that I was really nervous. I can't even show it anymore. All I hoped for was to strike what they're looking for and pretend I know exactly what I'm doing. It's really funny to talk about it like that, but it's true. Did you know there were interviewing courses too? Those helped me a lot to getting used to the pressured environment. On the other hand, entrance preparations were not the only thing on my mind during those times. The things that happened in school still had much of an influence, even if all my focus should have been on university applications. I still remember having 4 to 5 projects, plus entrance preparations due on the same week during the start of December. Part of it was possibly my fault for not clearing them out sooner, but it's still a lot anyways. In addition to those workloads, I was experiencing what I would call unproductive conflicts. It might just be in my own mind or a very little thing to some other people, but to me it was such an impactful stress that affected my state of mind for the rest of the school year, and possibly the years after that. Nonetheless, it's these events that shaped me to be who I am today. Now that the year is almost over, I feel so happy and so sad at the same time. Happy I'll be able to take another step forward, but also sad that I'll be leaving this part of my life behind. I've been here for so long that KPIS is basically the only community and everything in my life. It's scary to leave it behind. Even though I might not be the most talkative or the most approachable person, I will always appreciate every second of the good times and even bad times that I share with all my friends and all of you guys. There were so many things I wanted to talk about in this senior 15 project, but we could be here all day. So I'll just end it here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you had fun listening to my story. Bye!